What's up, guys? So, we are Edmar. I'm the owner of Orange County Monotherapy, and I'm gonna start vlogging because now I'm at my office all day alone. So I want to start to just share with you guys the day ends and the day-to-days of a business owner in California. I own a myotherapy practice where I do rehabilitation and soft tissue hands-on therapy for people with neck, shoulders, back, and posture issues. So I want to share with you guys my day-to-day. This is my office right in here. That's Walter, employee of the month for the past 5 years. But we're gonna start recording. We'll start recording daily videos just to get ourselves more acquainted with each other. But I want to share with you guys the struggles and everything we do. Anyways, this is my office. All right, what's up? All right, guys. So, right now we're getting close to Black Friday. A couple of things that I've been wanting to work on is basically I have a Black Friday deal, and so I'm just trying to figure out how I can share it with my list. Currently, I have a client list of about 600 people that I am now going to start creating a nurture system. And a nurture system is essentially a automated system that allows you to communicate with your list so that you can develop a relationship with them and over time develop more trust and be there just in the back of their mind should they need any help or have any pain or discomfort. You'll just create a relationship that's easy and accessible for both of you guys. One, so that you can send an email or a text or a phone call and they can respond to it. That way they can basically respond. So right now, I just got introduced to MailerLite through my website design team. I'm also redeveloping my website because to get it out the way, because I'm anticipating in the next 3 to 5 years to be bigger, have more of a team, hopefully, and to grow. So right now I'm just trying to lay the foundation over these next couple of years that I have to build strong systems and strong procedures so that I can plug and play people so that I can hopefully create enterprise value. Enterprise value, all that means is that it's a business that's viable and that works without me having to work in it. So I'm making my business work on its own instead of me working in our business. Anyways, we'll talk about that more later. Right now, I'm basically just going to be transferring all of I have a booking system that I use called Massage Books. It's a great system. It's a great tool. It allows me to book, email, follow up, send intake forms, create forms so I can send and receive. And it gives me an established website through the system. And so I use that, but I want to kind of step away from that because I feel I'm not using it to its capabilities and I feel I have other benefits and other automated email stuff. So right now I'm using MailerLite and I'll be basically, I'm working on my subscriber list to transfer them over. Since I opened my account earlier this week. And so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So far, I transferred a lot of my list over to a Word document sheet and I was quite surprised. I have about a good 689 patients that I've seen in the last 2 years since I opened up my business in 2019. So right now I'm just going through it and I am fixing anything that needs to be fixed to it. Let me see. Right there, file CXF. So I need to convert my form into a file, export CSV, you decode, save. I'm gonna save in my downloads. From here, I'm gonna go to my forms, right there, CSV, 2, drop, go in there. Hopefully, it can import all of them. Choose add to existing. These are all from This is my first time doing this, so I'm kind of just reading through it. Add to a new group. I do want to add to a new group. I just don't know which one. I just gotta basically make one. Massage, book, text, book, list. Add, home, finish and import. So that's what I'm doing right now. Not too shabby, but anyways, I have 653 lists that I've added. A lot of these are probably duplicates. Accounting, show more, Pete, Paulista, duplicate 7, and change, good, let's go from there. So if we go back to our subscriber list, we have 657. All of these guys, oh shit. I think I didn't add their names. I think I skipped it. Action. All. Subscribers. I need to do that again because I did not add that name. I wanted to add them with. I skipped that part. Alright, so I fucked up already fast. File. Essentially, I need to select all, and I need to delete them one by one. Action, delete. So the mistake I made when I first booked all these people in here was that I didn't import these information for them, which I should have. But I'm figuring it out. But shit, I'm learning. Okay. Subscriber. What? I did not have a phone number for that. I thought I did. That's where I fucked up. Hello.
Hi.
How are you,
Hoy
Dora?
es tu pura vacaciones.
Just a little bit.
Ya estoy como mi mamá, puro regaño.
How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Busy day?
Today? No, I'm on vacation.
What? How long are you on vacation for?
Well, Thanksgiving break.
Oh, okay. How
Rocio
long?
todavía no?
Yeah, she's been on break.
I just started. Yesterday was her last day.
Ah, how's the body feeling?
Like crap.
What happened?
I'm getting old.
That's part of it.
Yeah, I turned 51 and oh my god, like this is. And then I was off for 5 months because of the injury.
Yeah. Right. We just got done for the day. We did a couple of sessions. We did 4 sessions today. 1 hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. That's 3. But technically 3 sessions, but we also combined 2 hours. One that makes it 4 hours. So it was a pretty busy day. I'm tired, and so now we just gotta work on what we have to work on. So right now I'm working on the email to send out to my my list. So now that I'm transferring over my list from my booking site to my MailerLite marketing system, I'm going to be sending out first I'm actually going to be sending out just an updated information questionnaire to help update for birthday. The reason why I'm doing this is because that's going to allow me to better understand who are the ones that are still opening up my emails. I'm going to be I'm either thinking of giving out a free session on birthdays, or some sort of discount for people to kind of have incentives to come back and get a session. So that's what I'm going to be working on right now. The thought process is to get recurring patients, start to develop more of a nurturing system so that we can help more people. Obviously, my business is consistent with recurring patients, and that's what's going to keep the lights on. That's what's going to keep things better. But so we'll go ahead and do that. I just finished a 2-hour session, by the way, and I'm tired. This is a runner. He runs lots of miles. For example, he just finished a 30-mile run, and it was a little bit tight in certain areas. So we helped him out. We worked on his majority of his tightness were in his low back, hip region, lumbopelvic region. We worked on his calves. We worked on his shins and his quads because he is constantly running. He is strong in the quads, therefore his muscles are very dense. It's kind of tricky sometimes when you work on stiff muscles. The reasons why is because you want to work on them deep enough to where you're allowing the muscle to essentially expand. But if you work too deep, then the individual starts to guard. The guarding then leads to ineffective work. So it's a fine line between too strong, too light, with just enough pressure to where you allow that tissue to relax underneath the hand or the elbow or the fingers. And so a 2-hour session allows for more of specific work. Lately, I kind of got into the groove of using the elbow more, like this, which is kind of cool. I learned that from this therapist in Santa Monica, Jimmy Bluff. Pretty cool guy. He works with his elbow. He calls it surgery without the knife. I really don't know what he does, but I just saw his videos. I started following him, and I'm actually going to be taking his mentorship course or workshop next coming year. So I'm excited for that. I'll be learning how to do surgery without the knife. Call your bluff, that's his slogan. But anyways, so right now I'm going to be working on the layout of the email. Yesterday, which was surprisingly what it's helping me right now, is I saw the Instagram for Alex Hormozi. I follow Alex Hormozi a lot. He has good information on business. He's pretty smart. So we use a lot of his stuff for my business, because one thing that I've learned is, as a therapist, you become better by helping people. You get better at your craft. You start to develop techniques. You start to develop ways on how to solve problems. But one thing that I've learned over the years is that we suck at business. So that's one of the biggest things that I've been trying to improve over the last 10 plus years. Because I'm learning that business is business administration, business marketing, sales processes, standards of procedures, way of doing things over and over and over. When you have a plan and you have a system and you have procedures on doing things, everything becomes easy. Everything becomes more streamlined. You can then continually get the same results over and over. So I've been able to do that in my practice with my patient care, but not so much with the business. But as of now, over the last 3 to 4 years, I've been really developing those, chops, to say the least. So I'm just going to review Alex's
those are the 3 most common layouts I use. Pick one of them.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is test it. And the nice thing is, the simpler the landing page, the fewer variables you have to test, you can quickly improve it. It also gives the person who's clicking to that page fewer things to do. They said they wanted the thing, they go to the page says, here's the thing you said you wanted. They're like, yeah, I guess I did want it. And they submit. and then you get super high conversion rates. The more steps you get someone or ask someone to go through, the fewer people will do it, but the more qualified the leads will be. So there's going to be a balance there. If you get too many leads, then add some qualification steps. If you get too few leads, remove some. There are 3 landing pages that we use most commonly, which is headline, subheadline, contact info, submit. Same thing except with an image, same thing with an image, and then 3 bullets. Those are the 3 most common layouts I use. Pick one of them, and all you got to do is test it. And the nice thing is, the simpler the landing page, the fewer variables you have to test, you can quickly improve it. It also gives the person who's clicking to that page fewer things to do. They said they wanted the thing, they go to the page says, here's the thing you said you wanted. They're like, yeah, I guess I did want it, and they submit. And then you get super high conversion rates. The more steps you get someone or ask someone to go through, the fewer people will do it, but the more qualified the leads will be. So there's going to be a balance there. If you get too many leads, then add some qualification steps. If you get too few leads, remove some. There are 3 landing pages that we use most commonly, which is headline, subheadline, contact info, submit. Same thing except with an image, same thing with an image, and then 3 bullets. Those are the 3 most common layouts I use. Pick one of them.
That's exactly what I'm gonna be
The nice
using.
thing is, the simpler the landing page, the fewer variables you have to test.
Simple,
You can quickly-
straightforward. Right now I'm going to be creating one of those for my patients. Basically an email, and within that email, hey, can you update your information for me? Yes, I need your birthday. And so we're going to do that. So right now what I got to figure out is, I got the headline. So one thing, a good tool that I like to use for myself, I use it as my ghostwriter. It's basically ChatGPT. It's a great tool, actually. So everything that I have in my head, I try to use ChatGPT to kind of fill it out for me. Similar to like using an assistant or a ghostwriter. So we like to call them Chad. I have a patient of ours who's a marketing guru. She works for a software company. She's a ChatGPT, and she's helped me on how to develop myself in those areas by prompting up good information. And so right now I'm testing the email. I need to figure out how to add the name. So after I do the email, I gotta make a landing page. So I got the email now. I gotta write a landing page. So basically I'm doing an email, their landing page so they can update info. That's about it really, to be honest with you. Like, so this is what the email says. At Orange County Myotherapy, we believe in celebrating life's special moments, especially birthdays. We're dedicated to making our community members feel valued and cherished on their special day. Could you spare a moment and share your birthday with us? We have delightful surprises and exclusive birthday offers lined up just for you. Updating your details is a breeze. Hit reply, enter your birth date, hit send, and anticipate. Why celebrate with us at Orange County Myotherapy? We're just about myotherapy and wellness. We're not just about myotherapy and wellness. We're about creating memorable experiences and celebrating every milestone in your healthy journey. Thank you for being a vibrant part of our Orange County wellness community. We can't wait to make your birthday extra special this year. So right now I'm having a little bit of an issue. I'm trying to personalize it. And I think I'm doing it right. Initially, I thought I did because when I sent the email, it gave me my name. But now that I did it again, I tested it, it didn't really work out. So I'm doing it again to send. So we'll see what happens. So I did the sign, the curvature, or the, I don't know what it's called, $sign name. We'll see. No, that didn't work either. All right, guys, we're low-key gonna head home. It's been a busy day. I'm kind of tired, but gotta figure this shit out. Anyways, busy week. Got a lot of laundry to go about and fixing. Now we just have to clean up, make sure everything's looking well. Drop this guy. Anyways, hey guys. So we just got done for the day at Orange County Mouth Therapy. It was a good day. 4 hours of work and on a Saturday. Got an email off for my email marketing. But overall, not too shabby. Now we're about to head out, go home, spend time with the wife, the puppy, and the rest of the family. But, so today, first patient of the day, we had a low back pain. Not sure how it started, according to the patient, but he's been dealing with it. Randomly he gets a flare up, and so we helped treat him. It was interesting because he was super sensitive at the base of the low back, right where the divots or dimples for the back is. And there's a lot of things I could have done to help alleviate, and we did. So basically, when I treat low back pain, I want to understand what's causing the pain. And for this particular patient, there was no trauma, according to him. No quick, sudden movement. But after working and assessing him, it felt like it was a stiff joint at the lumbar spine. So, we finished it up by doing some kinesio taping on the lumbar spine and the erectors to help support the back so that his brain feels that it's more supported, so it doesn't feel as if it's guarding the area. So, second patient was a recurring patient. She was sedentary over the last couple of weeks, months to be exact, according to her. So she was having some shoulder achy pain, knee pain, body pain, more overall like body soreness. Had a hysterectomy about a year ago, so that's messing some stuff up in her body. And so she's also saying she's going through menopause, so that's a little bit of a, she's going through a little bit of a stuff with that physically. So we worked on her, we worked her whole body, we did a little bit of a, more of a sports type massage. We worked legs, hips, back, shoulders, and neck, just to get her feeling overall. She started working more now. She's a teacher's aide and she works with pre-K. So she's helping kids go to the restroom. She's lifting them up. She's bringing them down. She's you know, moving a lot more. She's ducking. She's bending at the knees, bending at the waist, and her body was feeling it. So we basically assessed her. We worked on creating more balance and structural integrity in those areas. Because so we focus more on structural stability and reducing pain patterns, so that she can be more balanced and overall feeling well. Because you'll get a lot of people coming in with pain and discomfort, and really it's just areas are getting overworked. Either they're getting overworked or they're getting underworked. They're on one end of the spectrum on those two options, and so they become much more painful. And then the body starts to signal, hey, we got pain, even though there's no injury, there's no trauma, there's no nothing. The body will start to ingrain those patterns. And then the third patient of the day, which was 2 hours, was a runner. He's a regular. He comes about once a month, once every 2 weeks. And because he's an avid jogger, he's a marathon runner. And so he just finished running a marathon a month ago, and then like 3 weeks later he did a ultra marathon, I think it's called. It's like 30 miles. It's crazy. And so yeah, dude, he was having he has a lot of dense tissue. It's interesting because whenever you work on people that are athletes, you either get two ends of the spectrums. You get those individuals that are super dense and tight and stiff, or you'll get those individuals that are super gummy and flexible. And this particular individual is very dense and stiff, so he likes deep pressure. But deep pressure is difficult on those people because when you're working on dense tissue like fascia or tendons, deep pressure tends to cause more stiffness and more tightness. And so, hell yeah. Home, get some Chipotle. There's a couple of things that oh man, it's kind of annoying. A lot of things are going on in my mind right now. Just because I got to get my shit in order, especially the office. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, I knew it was going to be a lot. I always thought it was simple, but it's just consuming being a business owner, to be honest with you. Currently, I'm in the phase of working in the business. The goal is to grow so that I work on the business so that we can grow it. But it's just going to take time to do that, you know. Time and resources. I'm juggling a bunch of stuff right now. I think the issue is that I don't have the sufficient discipline to continually. Really, it just feels like I'm just juggling a bunch of plates in the air. Juggling. As it starts to speed up, I go on to the next juggle. And we're just juggling back and forth. But that's shit that we gotta work on regardless. But aside from that, there's a couple of things this week that I am proud of. Basically is we're growing We're slowly taking in new people. I'm gonna start tracking things within the business, which is gonna allow me to create better systems and procedures. So over the last 2 years, I've been accumulating patients for the most part. At this point, I have about 660 patients on my booking site, Book. A lot of those are recurring. About 30% of those are recurring, therefore it's like the 80-20 rule, right? 20% of your business is going to come from the 20% of your book. So if you do the math, out of those 650, 60, 57, 20% of that is going to be sustaining my business, which is basically true. I had a lot of people that come one time and they leave. I have a lot that come multiple times and they come recurring. So as of now, I've been consistently seeing about 30 to 36 people a week, which is a lot in the context of massage therapist, but you know, we find a way to see them. We find a way to have the energy to treat them and find solutions for them and create treatment plans for them, because you know, we like to do that. We like to problem solve. The concern becomes when you get overextended and trying to fit all of your patients in on a particular day. You know, instead of staying fixed with seeing 6 people a day, you open up a couple of slots and you insert 2 more patients. So there now you're at 8 people, you know, and you forget about taking lunch. You forget about drinking water. You forget about, you know, taking care of yourself. You get consumed with it, and that's when it can get dangerous, you know, because it gets hard physically on the body. Like right now, my elbows are hurting me. My shoulders are tight, my neck. But I mean, that's just part of the gig, right? Consistently using the elbow back and forth, contracting. It gets achy, it gets tight, it gets stiff. That's when at least when I start to pull back the reins a bit. It's hard sometimes because you want to help everybody, you know? You want to fit everybody, you want to be consistency in people's lives so that you can continually help them. And that's when shit gets rough, because that's when you forget about yourself, and then that's when shit starts to happen. You get sick, your shoulders hurt, your back hurts, you start to sleep less, you start to stress, because you know you were unable to solve a patient's problem when they came in for a session looking for a solution from you. You helped them, but you didn't solve the problem. You know, like sometimes you just have to come to the realization that you can't solve everything as much as you knowledge you may acquire. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm not a chiropractor. If I was, then I would quickly adjust somebody to help a joint open up and take pressure off a nerve. But I can't do that legally. I had a patient come in 2 days ago on a Thursday. He was having radiating pain down his hand, his finger, and a lot of the times when you get radiating pain distally or away from the trunk, it's going to come from the spine. And so I assessed him. I checked his neck, levels 1 all the way through 7, cleared. There was a little bit of a tenderness right at 7 as it jumped off to T1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I was, you know, moving the tissues in that area to assess where the specific one was being irritated. And And if you know your dermatomes, you know that it's C4, 5, 6, 7, T1, 2, and you know, you can kind of reverse engineer from that. And so I went to that spinous process of T 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I started to press on them. And I was like, better, worse, same. Better, worse, same, worse. Better, worse, same, worse. And I started to feel, okay, cool. The spinous process was tender at 3, 4, and 5, and then I, you know, leveled off onto the transverse processes where the ribs connected to it. You start pressing into that joint along the rib angle, right? You start to see, oh shit, I'm fucking stiff here, man. So you press in there and you ask them, better, worse, same. He's like, better. I don't feel anything. So these are the limitations that I had because I was unable to truly adjust them the way a chiropractic would. I know how to do muscle energy technique, but that wasn't working. I did muscle energy technique. I did rib springing. I did, you know, active assist. I threw, but that joint wouldn't open, you know, wouldn't open at all. I wouldn't let go. So I tried doing some rocking on the tissue, relaxing the tissue so that I can then, you know, do a quick joint massage, and it just wouldn't go. So these are the situations where shit gets tough on you because you're like, fuck, I know what's going on. I know the level that it's happening. I know the way the mechanics there work, but the body just would not unlock. And, you know, thankfully I saw him the next day when I went to his brother's barbershop, got my cleaned up, you know, got my lined up. And he was like, I feel better, but I still feel a little stiff into there. So it's one of those areas where you're like, fuck. You don't want to be in those situations because, you know, you feel it's embarrassing. But the reality is, they're the learning experiences that you get, you know. So you start to process those thoughts. You start to go home. You start to just, you know, get a little ADD about it. You start to review videos on how I could have done better next time. And that's really what makes you a better therapist. But it also, like, it fucking weighs on you, man. Like, because you want to solve everything on the first session for the most part, right? It's impossible. You're never going to solve everything in a first session, but you try to achieve that. You try to have people come in and see you one time and then they're done. Like if you're a miracle worker, you know, sometimes you get that, sometimes you don't get that, sometimes you just are failing, which is a learning experience and it's a good thing, but it's just hard sometimes because you're like, fuck, man. The more that you learn the subject, the more that you learn techniques, the more that you learn and learn and learn and learn, the more you realize fucking there's a lot more to learn. But lost my train of thought, to be honest with you. But that's when it gets tough on you because it weighs on you because it's just like, fuck, that's the session that got away. You know what I mean? Because the body's gonna heal itself on its own. We're just trying to help expedite the healing. But it's tough. But yeah, but that's what happened this past week on me. I think that's the one that stuck with me the whole week. Even though it happened on Thursday. There's other stuff throughout the week that may have stuck onto me, but that's the most recent thing that I can think of right now that's affecting my mindset. Because I'm like, fuck. You suck, Edmore. You know? You don't suck. Because I don't suck. I don't think I do. I have enough feedback from the patients to let me know that I'm doing good. I mean, 144 patients a month come to me and they tell me that I did a good job, that I helped them, that I made them feel better. So that's an assurance in itself. But you know, it's always that one that you don't do that fucks up your mind. But yeah, that was my day. That was my week, actually. Busy week. I feel good. Now we're about to get home. the wife, eat some lunch, spend time with the puppy, drink some wine, maybe, I don't know. But I'm gonna start doing some of these videos because I really enjoy it. It's a way of decompressing my mind, especially after a busy week of dealing with helping people. Not dealing, but you know what I mean, of helping people. So we'll see Monday through Saturday. I'm gonna try to get a video up to share with you guys my day. I want to include more stuff in the office because there's times in between patients that I sit at the desk working on, you know, self-development stuff, mindset stuff, or working on projects that I have for the business on how to grow it. So I want to share with you guys and bring you guys on that journey. And it's just to document everything from here on out, just because I want to grow the business. Started out from my car, and hopefully now we have an office, and eventually I'd like to have a building where I can help people. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys like these videos. YouTube familia, we're gonna get back on that YouTube train and just get that rolling. I want to document everything just so that we can kind of just have a springboard idea of what's happening over the years. But see you Monday.